2025 World Series Game 2 thread. Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Kevin Gausman. The Toronto Blue Jays won their first World Series game since 1993 Wednesday night, and they did it in convincing fashion. They went behind 2-0 early following an RBI single by Kike Hernandez in the second and another by Will Smith in the third. They battled back in the fourth with a two-run homer from Dalton Varsho to knot the game at 2-2. Then, things got out of hand in the sixth as they scored 9 runs, including a grand slam from Addison Barger to run up the score 9-2. Alejandro Kirk followed it up with a 2-run homer, and then Shohei Ohtani tried to get things going in the eighth with a 2-run homer of his own, but the final score was 11-4 in favor of the Canadian squad. That all said, there's still a lot of series remaining. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 2-1, 1.83 ERA, will take the hill for the Dodgers. The Japanese right-hander last pitched against the Milwaukee Brewers in Game 2 on October 14th, and he pitched a masterclass. He hurled a whole game, just allowing 1 run, a solo homer in the first inning to Jackson Chourio, and striking out 7 with just 1 walk. He tossed 111 pitches during the 9 innings. Yamamoto has allowed 6 runs for earned in 3 starts in playoffs, including 2 home runs, and has struck out 18 batters. Yamamoto will face Grandview High School's own Kevin Gausman, 2-1, 2.00 ERA. Gausman last pitched the 7th inning of Game 7 against the Seattle Mariners, where he gave 4 walks, 1 intentional, but had an otherwise clean inning. In his previous start on October 17th in Game 5, Gausman tossed 5 2/3 innings and allowed 1 run, a solo shot to Eugenio Suarez in the 2nd inning, while striking out 4 and walking 3. Gausman has allowed 4 runs in 4 outings, 3 starts, while striking out 12. He has battled with walks, allowing 10 in total, but perhaps he can lock it down this evening. As the 2025 World Series moves forward, the matchup between Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Kevin Gausman in Game 2 is shaping up to be a defining moment in this championship battle. Game 1 demonstrated the Blue Jays' potent combination of power hitting, timely offense, and aggressive base running, culminating in an 11-4 rout of the Dodgers. However, baseball is a game of adjustments, and the Dodgers have shown repeatedly that they possess both the depth and resilience to respond to early setbacks. The stage is now set for Game 2 to either reinforce Toronto's momentum or allow Los Angeles to reclaim equilibrium in the series. Yamamoto enters this contest riding a wave of confidence. His ability to dominate opposing lineups with precision pitching, deceptive off-speed offerings, and consistent control positions him as one of the most dangerous postseason pitchers in recent memory. His complete game performance against the Milwaukee Brewers in the NLCS exemplifies how effectively he can manage high-pressure situations, neutralize top-tier hitters, and set the tone for his team. For the Dodgers, Yamamoto represents more than just a starting pitcher. He is the linchpin around which their championship hopes revolve. A strong outing from him not only keeps the Dodgers in contention, but also sends a psychological message to the Blue Jays that no lead is insurmountable. On the other side, Kevin Gausman embodies veteran savvy, postseason experience, and mental toughness. Despite occasional struggles with control and walks, his consistency in limiting damage and inducing weak contact makes him a formidable opponent for any lineup. Gausman's experience in tight situations will be crucial for the Blue Jays, especially in maintaining composure after a high-scoring Game 1. His performance will determine whether Toronto can build on its opening victory or whether the Dodgers can engineer a comeback, potentially shifting momentum in the series. The importance of Game 2 extends beyond just the win-loss column. In the history of the World Series, teams that seize the first 2 games often gain not only a statistical advantage, but also a psychological edge, placing immense pressure on their opponents. For the Blue Jays, a victory would signal that their lineup is firing on all cylinders and that their pitching staff, despite the formidable challenge of facing Yamamoto, can hold up under intense scrutiny. Conversely, a Dodgers win would demonstrate resilience, adaptability, and the ability to respond to adversity, reinforcing the notion that the series is far from decided. Furthermore, Game 2 offers a fascinating strategic battle. The duel between Yamamoto and Gausman is not just about raw pitching talent, but also about pitch selection, batter-pitcher matchups, bullpen management, and in-game adjustments. How the Blue Jays hitters approach Yamamoto's splitter and high-velocity fastball, and how the Dodgers lineup handles Gausman's mix of breaking balls and fastballs will be pivotal. The decisions made by both managers, ranging from defensive alignments to pinch hitting and bullpen deployment, will likely reverberate throughout the rest of the series. Finally, Game 2 has larger implications for both franchises' legacies. The Toronto Blue Jays are seeking to claim their first World Series title since 1993, aiming to cement a new era of excellence in Canadian baseball. A win would not only bolster team morale, but also energize their fan base, creating a wave of national pride and excitement. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, a victory would be crucial in protecting the franchise's status as perennial contenders, reinforcing their championship pedigree, and silencing questions about their postseason adaptability. In conclusion, the Game 2 matchup between Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Kevin Gausman transcends mere statistics. It represents a clash of experience, skill, and strategy on the sport's grandest stage. The outcome will influence the trajectory of the series, potentially determining momentum, morale, and tactical approaches in the remaining games. As fans around the world watch with bated breath, the duel on the mound will likely be remembered as a pivotal moment in the 2025 World Series, a contest where every pitch, swing, and managerial decision carries the weight of history and the promise of glory. Regardless of the result, this game will serve as a testament to the enduring drama, complexity, and excitement that make postseason baseball one of the most compelling spectacles in sports.